Pretties, welcome to Vivi. I'm really excited you're here because I again was not planning to film this video, and because of this I had to come up with something, and the best thing that I can think of was ranking streaming services, because now that we're in this quarantine, you just want to make sure you're paying for the right stuff. You don't want to pay for things that are not going to be worth it. Hence, I'm here to tell you what I think are the goods. You can always disagree with me, and that's okay. That's your own personal opinion. Some of these streaming services are very niche, so if that's just not your thing, then it's not your thing, and that will be personal preference. Okay, let's start with an easy bottom. That sounded wrong, but let's start with an easy bottom, which is Funimation. So Funimation is a streaming service, and it's for anime and anime only. Now this is my problem with Funimation. One, the only reason I got it was because My Hero Academia was being dubbed like the day will come out by Funimation. But then Funimation started getting behind, so far behind, that it was the same thing as not even having the dub, because it will have to be weeks in behind from the actual series. So Funimation sucks. Now the season 4 finale came out today, I will be deleting that subscription because I do not need to pay $6.50 for that. It's not the best anime service, period. The only reason I got it again was because of My Hero Academia, and now that season's over, and again, they were even behind on that, so what was even the point? So don't waste your money on Funimation. And a lot of those animes are duplicated in the next one that I'm about to say, which is one, Crunchyroll. I highly recommend Crunchyroll. One, because there is a free option. So if you're not sure if that's going to be your thing, try the free option. There's definitely some benefits to Crunchyroll, like, no ads. They do this thing where you have to wait longer to see the episodes if you're not like a paying member, but you still get to see them if you just wait a little longer. So it's like, so Crunchyroll, there's definitely some benefits to getting the subscription. You can see episodes the day of. They have some dub options, not just subtitles, but it's mostly, again, a anime subscription. They do have some Asian dramas, but they're not usually the best ones, so I wouldn't even say that it's worth it if you're there for the Asian dramas. If you're there just for the anime, it has better options than Funimation, because Funimation really sticks to Funimation animes only, whereas Crunchyroll has Aniplex, Funimation, I think there's like another really big one, but it has different anime than just Funimation brand, so there is that. So Crunchyroll is definitely a better option, and there is a free option. Again, it's better if you pay for it because no commercials, you can see it right away and other things like that. But Crunchyroll, it's still towards the bottom. That's my second to last. Actually, I didn't even realize how many do I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 subscriptions, streaming subscriptions, and Crunchyroll's number 7, so not the best. So moving on to my number 6, which is Amazon Prime. I was highly disappointed with Amazon Prime. I will say their original content I do like, and that's the only reason that I had one. And this is the thing with Amazon Prime, I only get the free 1 month, like sometime in like the December time, because that's usually when Marvelous Mrs. Maisel comes out, and I'll binge watch Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and any good series that they may have original. The only 3 good series that I think they have is Hannah, something boys, I can't think about it now, the name of it, but whatever, it's the one about the superheroes. Is really good, it's really twisted. And then the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and those to me are the 3 best original series that they have. Do they have other original series? Yes. Did they catch my attention? No. The problem with Amazon Prime is that there's so many add-ons to this. So you're already paying for your subscription monthly, but on top of that, you need to pay for HBO, Showtime. If you want to watch certain movies, you have to pay like $1.99 for some of them. And I'm just like, what's the point of the subscription if I've had to buy so many things already? Where I'm just like, what the fuck? What's the point? And it's just not worth it. All the add-ons, a lot of the good stuff that you can watch on Amazon Prime, it's add-on. So it's just, there's no point in it, to be honest. I get the 1 month free, just for the 1 month, catch up on all these shows and let it go. It's not worth it year round, especially because, again, all the good stuff you have to pay additionally. If that's the case, you might as well just buy it, like rent it, or an YouTube TV or whatever. It ain't worth it. So moving on from Amazon Prime, goes to my number 5, which is HBO Go. Okay, so I like HBO Go, but it's similar to like Funimation, where most of the stuff in HBO Go are like HBO programming. Now, they have some good shows. Obviously, we all know they make really good TV, like Game of Thrones and Euphoria and all those shows. So HBO Go does have really good original content that you can always watch. And they do buy a lot of movies, and they rotate them. They have newer movies and older movies. So I do like HBO Go. I do think it's a good subscription. I do think slightly pricey. Last time I checked, I think it was like $15. I haven't had it in a while, but now I'm like curious. Hold on, guys. We're gonna pause and find out how much that one is. Okay, I was right. It's $14.99, essentially $15 a month. It's relatively expensive compared to other subscriptions that are out there. Yeah, HBO Go. Now, I will say that the content's there. It's just the price. I don't know if it's worth it, because I don't know if it's one of those subscriptions that there's enough content for you to watch every single week, like having a year round. It might be similar to like Amazon Prime. You want to maybe have it for a couple of months, really get to see all the content, unsubscribe, and then maybe in a year subscribe again, see what else they have, see all that stuff, and then unsubscribe. It's not something that I would recommend year round. Okay, here's my next one. For number 4, I'm gonna do Disney Plus. Okay, we've had Disney Plus for a while. My boyfriend has Verizon, and Verizon did this deal where you got Amazon Disney Plus for a whole year for free. And the first 2 months of Disney Plus, I was on it. I was rewatching all these old movies. I was feeling my best 13 life. I was watching all these movies like Luck of the Irish, Double Teamed, the one with the girls that drive the cars. I can't think of the name. Motocross? Yes, I think that's the name. I would blink. I was watching so many movies from like my childhood, and the nostalgia factor, it was there. I haven't watched The Mandalorian. My boyfriend has. He says it's a really good show. I did watch the Team Failure, or is it Jimmy Failure? Something Failure. That movie was so cute. It made me tear up a little bit. They had the Diary of the President girl, whatever. Can't think of the name now of the TV show. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an adult, and I really enjoyed it. I've also never watched Descendants. I know it's for 13-year-old girls, and I'm 26, and I enjoy the hell out of it. I've watched all 3 of them now 3 times. I really enjoyed The Descendants. It was pretty damn good. Even my boyfriend, who I made watch with me the first and the second one, because the third one they just recently put it on Disney Plus, I made him watch it with me, and he enjoyed it. So Disney, as we know, has great original content. So the content is there. I will say though, after a while, you run out of things to watch, and you just end up watching the same thing over and over again, which again, the nostalgia factor is there, but after a while, it kind of goes away. And at this time, I'm like, when is this Marvel content gonna come through? Because we need to see that WandaVision, we need to see Loki, we need to see the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that's the name. What if? These are the shows that are gonna make us stick, and they're just not there. They are adding some new movies like the Aladdin, the live version movie, they just added on. Now they added Onward just yesterday. Well, I guess for you guys, on Friday. I'm filming this on Saturday. So they are adding some really good content. I feel like it's just not quite there. Once that Marvel content starts coming in, Disney Plus is going to kill it. But until then, I'm just going to have to rank it a little bit lower. Okay, so for my number 3, this is one that I know is really niche. you're probably, if you're into it, you're gonna love it. If you're not into it, you're gonna hate it. And that's gonna be Vicky. Now, Vicky, which was recently bought out by Rakuten. I swear Rakuten's everywhere. They have bought out literally everything that I can think of. So again, Vicky, this is for Asian dramas. I love Asian dramas. I've made a video about it. I love Asian dramas. I've been watching them since I was 11. I am 26. I've watched them for 15 years. I freaking love them, and I love binge watching them. And right now that it's quarantine, I am binge watching the hell out of this Asian dramas, and I'm catching up on some that I had started but couldn't finish. I love them. So to me, this is a great investment. I pay $75 once a year, and I'm done. That's it. $75 once a year, and I watch all the Asian dramas that I can think of. Now, the problem here is that there is a lot of restrictions with territories, because Netflix may own a property in one country and not another one. So that can get a little annoying, but there's that. They have some really good original dramas that they create. Vicky does. They're the quickest at doing airtime, because they're doing dramas that are currently airing. So if a drama is currently aired in Korea, let's say today at 10 p.m., by technically the same day here in America, because by 10 p.m., within 24 hours, again technically, or by the same time, they're already subbed in English, ready to go for you to watch. The subtitles, they're on it. And I love it because they're powered by fans. Fans that care and they want to spread the love of Asian dramas, and they translate it for you. And it's really good. They do have free options. It's not the best. You really gotta update at least to the standard. And then there's the Pro. I haven't paid for the Pro. I refuse to pay for the Pro. I only have the standard, and I think that's already enough. Actually, now I think it might be $50 and not $75. I'm pretty sure it's $75 though. I'm pretty sure it's $75. I think Drama Fever was $50, but Drama Fever went out of business. So now you're just stuck with Vicky. So anyway, yes, $75, and you watch all the Asian dramas you can think of from any year that you can think of. It is the best for Asian dramas. But again, this is niche. If this is not your thing, you're not gonna love Vicky. All right, moving on to my number 2. I'm sure y'all didn't expect this one, but Netflix is my number 2. Netflix is affordable. They have really good original content. They're always trying to bring in new things for you to watch. But lately, especially since Disney pulled out, I do feel like there's a lack of content in Netflix, and it's just not there. There's a lot of things that I would have wanted to see that are just not there anymore because Disney pulled out, and Disney literally has its hands on everything. Disney is watching you at all times. Watching you. Okay? So there's something missing, I will say. Now, they still have good original content. They definitely have really good partnerships with a lot of primetime shows and whatnot. But the issue for me with just Netflix is that you don't have that content that's like on TV right now. So if I want to watch something that aired yesterday, I can't watch it. And I know a lot of people that are young right now don't have TV anymore because it's like, what's the point of having TV if you can just have all these streaming services? It just doesn't make sense. And if you're one of those people and then you're trying to watch this, maybe there's this one show that you really like and you have to wait like 6 months to see it on Netflix and like binge watch the whole thing. You may or may not want to do all of that, I will say though, Netflix original content is really good. They have original Asian dramas, they have original animes, they have I will say though, the original anime remakes into live action movies suck ass and they're an embarrassment. And if you consider yourself an anime watcher, steer away from them because they're an abomination. Do not watch. They're fucking terrible. But the original TV shows like Frankie and Grace, they have, why am I blanking out? They have they have 13 Reasons Why. I'm just like blanking out. But there has so many, Stranger Things. They have so many good TV shows that are original, so their content is pretty good. Alright, moving on to my number 1, Hulu. I know. Who would have thought Hulu was my number 1? Well, I did. So, let me just get straight to the point, guys. Hulu is effing amazing. One, because you can do the same thing as Netflix, where you can binge watch old TV shows. I am currently binge watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That's the Netflix remake, obviously, but the original one, because I watched that one and I didn't like it, and it made me want to watch the real Sabrina, and so that's what I did. So I like that. They do have some really good original content. I know that they had, oh gosh, again, why am I blanking? Like Future Man, that one's really funny, and they have other ones that, again, I can't think of. I think Handmaid's Tale is one of them. I didn't watch that one. My sister loves it. She goes crazy. They have, like, you can binge watch, like, Saved by the Bell, or they had Boy Meets World. They just have a lot of, like, binge watching older shows options. And then something that I love is that if there's a show that airs, let's say on Wednesday, I can watch it on Thursday. If they watch it live on national TV on one day, but the very next day I can watch it live. For example, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. For whatever reason, I can never watch it when it's naturally airing. But you know what I never miss is rewatching it on Thursdays. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They're so funny. The cast is amazing. And that's something that I love. For example, recently I started watching Fort Salem, or Motherland Fort Salem. There you go. It's a new show on Freeform, and I don't watch it when it first, like when it goes out on national TV, but I watch it the next day on Hulu. I love that about Hulu. Hulu also has a lot of anime versions. This is personally the best streaming service for anime. If you like watching anime, their streaming service is really good. They have a lot of older animes as well as newer animes, like My Hero Academia. I mentioned it before. They air My Hero Academia every Saturday, the same day that Funimation does, which is why I was like, why do I have Hulu and Funimation? The only reason I got Funimation is to watch it dubbed, and they're behind. What's the point? But I digress. They have really good new animes. They're posting it as they're coming out, the day they come out. They also have a lot of older animes like Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, top 5 anime. Hands down, top 5 anime. It's so good. So they have a lot of really good content for that too. They have a lot of Asian dramas too. Very popular ones that they have readily available. They have good original movies. I will say, in the department that they're lacking is the movie content. They have a lot of good TV shows, animes, Asian dramas, but where they're lacking is their movies. If you just want to pop a good movie, it ain't gonna be there. They just don't have it. But they do have a lot of TV shows. That is one point where I'll say Hulu is lacking. But anywhere else, I think Hulu's great. I really love Hulu. I do think it's a little confusing with all the tiers that they have, because you can have Hulu, you can have Hulu with HBO, you can have Hulu with Stars, you can have Hulu Live TV, you can have Hulu. They have Hulu free. They have so many different like sections of Hulu and like memberships you can have. I have the most basic standard one. I think it's like $7 a month, and I'm okay with that one. I can wait a day before I can watch something. So I'm just saying. That's it for today, guys. This was a bit of a longer video. I was not expecting that, considering there's only 8 streaming services that I've personally used. If you have any other streaming services that you would like to share with us, please do it down in the comments below. If you don't mind, please liking and subscribing. I would love to see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye, guys.